Greetings guys and gals to another Jabber Jabber. This is the CSL CSU versus the University of Regina, some college in Canada, and this is going to be set 1, Jabberwock me as the purple zerg at the top right, and at the bottom left we have the pink protoss Rambus. So Overlord Scout going in the wrong direction, going towards that closest base, what the good move is for Zerg. And this is set 1, I just recently moved to Zerg, and instead of like a third person commentary, I'm kind of gonna do a first person commentary just because it's kind of weird for me to comment my own games. So in this game I go for a 16 hatch. I actually knew that I was going to play on this map for about a week because that's when you set up the lineup. It's a little bit less than that, but doing the extractor trick right there. But I did know that I was going to play on this map against a protoss player, so I kind of practiced it a little, knew that I was going to go for a 16 hatch right away, especially if there was no one at that closest base right there. Looks like my drone scout is going in the wrong direction, going to scout Rambus third, and he has not even sent out a scout. He's going to send out a scout after gateway, which is pretty standard for protoss player. Second Overlord is out, still nothing. So yeah, that 16 hatch is going to be going down in a few seconds. Gonna keep that Overlord there just for scouting purposes. Looks like his probe is going to scout me third as well. Actually, he's gonna scout me second. Technically, I scouted him second too, just because my Overlord got there first, and that doesn't really count as a scouting quote-unquote path for your scouting unit. We have gas going down for Rambus as well as a gateway, and Harvester count's pretty even for both players. There's the hatch going down, and gonna do a little bit of scouting in his base to kind of try to keep my drone in there as long as possible. Another pylon building as well. His probe finally getting in my base, being able to scout that the spawning pool has just begun. Extractor going down as well. So I'm pretty sure I went like 15 or 16 pool and then extractor right after that. So 15 or 14 extractor. Hatch is about halfway done, and he's going for a cybernetics core, so probably going to go for more techie units rather than that big zealot push or anything like that. Possibly going one gate into robo, and I think that's what he did, is a one gate into robo build. He is getting his gas fairly early for the second gas. The spawning pool is almost up. That cybernetics core morphing in now, and I'm going to switch to the production tab so you guys can see everything that's going on. That hatchery is almost done. That probe is still in my base. Really annoying probe actually. Hatchery just pops out there. The drone being harassed a little bit by the probe. Able to do a lot of scouting though. Another gateway going down. He is chrono boosting a stalker out as well as warp gate. Probably afraid of a little bit of early pressure is what I'm assuming. Don't know why he did that though. He knew that my spawning pool was pretty delayed. Building 2 spine crawlers at the front for a quick defense. And a lot of times I do build the 2 spine crawlers. I think 1 is definitely not enough. The spine crawler probably going to be able to, and yeah, I think my spine crawler is able to pick off this scouting probe, so I'm not going to have to deal with that scout anymore. Another probe coming in my base though at the same time. And these zerglings are going to be able to clean up this probe, I believe. Actually, I think this probe is the one that gets away, to be completely honest. And yeah, just that spine crawler getting a little bit in the way, and I'm going to have to pull back my zerglings. He's got 1 stalker at the front. His warp gate is almost done. He's also going for a robotics facility at the same time. Now that robotics facility is out, and I believe he went for really quick Colossus, and my plan from the beginning was going for Ling Muta, and so this pretty much worked perfectly into my plan, going for a quick creep tumor, and that's exactly what I was trying to do because while spawn larva is really effective, at the same time it's super important to connect your expansion with your main, and so I took that priority over the priority of getting more units out, and I didn't know that he didn't have a lot at the front at the time. Switching his warp gates into switching his gateways into warp gates rather, he has only 2 zealots and a stalker at his front, and that was really particular. I think I do push out, yeah, I do push out right here, and I see that there's a really small army, and he's really just saving all of his minerals for those Colossus that'll be out shortly. So these zerglings slowly moving their way up to the base here. If we just follow them, we can see the exact path, and barely missing those units going towards the south. You can see that little line of pink going towards the south, and I'm going to definitely be able to take out this probe and pretty much skip this whole army. And here, having to cancel that pylon, trying to go in, noticing that he does have that blocked off with a few, so it's going to back off a little bit. And also getting another queen just for pure unit production, and also getting my lair up as well. Gonna go right back to my base. I think I do realize that he is going for an attack. He's not going to be able to get those 2 spine crawlers, and that's what's good about the spine crawler defense. I'm able to get a good surround on 2 of the stalkers, and these 2 stalkers are going to go down. He's going to have to retreat with that other one. Probably could have got a surround on that stalker as well. I am pretty sure that I got speed already. Yeah, so I do have speed, which I would have been able to outrun that stalker, especially when it didn't have blink. And so now he is building a stalker, not chrono boosting it. Surprisingly, I thought he probably would have chrono boosted it, because he did get these Colossus. I mean, I think I said stalker, I meant Colossus. He did get these Colossus out fairly quickly. He is building a forge, probably gonna try to get some cannons outside of his base. He probably doesn't know that I'm going for a Ling Muta attack here. And so now we see a Twilight Council as well as that forge almost being up. He did chrono boost that robotics facility to get out that Colossus just a little bit earlier, thinking that I was going to push in for an attack here. My Zerglings are coming in probably for an attack. He does go out of his base, and this is when I get him really well, because there's no units in his base. I'm able to pick off this pylon and able to pick off a lot of the stuff. Backing up just a second because I thought there was going to be stuff in his base. Obviously now I know that he's probably on the way to attack me. At the same time, I'm doing a lot of damage to him, making it so the gateway and the cybernetics core are not up. He's going to have to come back and attack my forest, which really delays his attack, which is really good for me, because this is my transition period when I did not yet have Mutalisks. That Spire just now getting up, and probably building Mutalisks anytime soon, although I'm really focused on this micro for these Zerglings here, and yes, getting 6 Mutalisks. He's putting his units on attack move, and doing just pretty much a good harassment in this base, and waiting for my Mutalisks to get out. And these Overlords are rallied over there, because my units were rallied over there for just a second. Now he's going to push out, knows everything that's pretty much going on here, knows that these Mutalisks are out now. I'm surprised he didn't get more stalkers, especially with that observer. I should have definitely got a overseer or something like that to detect it, but unfortunately I wasn't really thinking about that. I didn't think that he would have got observers. I thought that he just went straight for Colossus. Should have been a little bit smarter, but it's whatever. Here he comes coming in now. My Zerglings go in, and that's wrong move. They're not getting any hits on. They're just getting totally destroyed. My Mutalisks are going to have to back up too. I do have a lot of Mutalisks, but this force is going to be able to do a lot of damage. At the same time, he doesn't have any stalkers, so any ground units are going to get destroyed, but there's a lot of Mutalisks out in the field. And now they're gonna go up towards his base, I think, and that's, yeah. What I was gonna do is I was gonna try to defend with my Zerglings and go for an attack, which really worked really well. But at the same time, he would have been able to just maul through all of my units, and it looks like we're going for a base exchange here. But no, I see that he's going in, and I pull back my Mutas, I pull back my Zerglings. I know I'm not gonna be able to hold it off. These 2 spine crawlers are gonna go down fairly quickly. Good force field there, not allowing reinforcements to get in, and I'm in a little bit of trouble here. He's going all through my base. The Mutalisks come in. They're going to be able to pick off all of these stalkers and the Colossus alike. And now the Colossus go down, and the stalkers go down. The Colossus are about to go down. He's doing a really good job of microing him, attacking my mineral line. I'm going to have to pull all of my drones. There's a lot of drones there. They're going to take a ton of damage. A lot of these drones might get picked off, especially when I group them up right there, and yeah, almost getting picked off, not quite though. They're going to be able to take care of this force. My Mutalisks reign supreme yet again. More Zealots in the base though, and these Mutalisks are going to clean that up though. And now I have free reign to go over to his base. He needs to really warp in a lot of stalkers, and that's exactly what he's doing, warping in just more and more stalkers. But these six stalkers are not going to be enough, especially when I bring my Zerglings in at the same time. My Zerglings are not coming in. They're just attacking. They're just sitting there. My Mutalisks are attacking the stalkers now, and they're going to be able to deter this force. My Zerglings really need to probably come in and attack though. And at this point, I was just, rallying my units over here, building more Zerglings, building more Mutalisks, getting my 3rd base up there. That was a little bit earlier though, but yeah, getting my 3rd base in that bottom right-hand corner. Getting a little bit sloppy here, getting caught off guard by this cannon. This cannon getting a few easy hits. He's going to have to pull all of his probes, going to try to take out all of these stalkers as well. And yeah, more stalkers morphing in, but they're not going to be enough. I'm just rallying a ton of units over here, and actually not having as many, Mutalisks. A lot of those Mutalisks are really damaged, and so more Mutalisks coming in though. Now that I have 4 more Mutalisks, I'm ready. I'm ready to go in. Picking off that pylon yet again, making it so he's not able to build the units out of that warp gate. He's desperately trying to build cannons, but this is pretty much GG. I come in here with a ton of Zerglings, just keep streaming in Zerglings, keep building up units, keeping my mineral count down really good. Actually, my mineral count's pretty high, so just kidding. Probably should build more Zerglings, or at least get more drones on gas, because I don't think I re-put my drones on gas. But anyways, this is pretty much game. These cannons are going to go down, the stalker is going to go down, everything's going to go down, more Zerglings streaming in, and his base is just absolutely done for. He's got no other base, he's got nowhere to run. Things going down left and right, and so this is pretty much GG from here. And yeah, so pretty much we're just waiting for a GG. I just, got lucky on a build order, just doing that and rallying my units, keeping my APM up, and just doing my best. GG guys, see you guys on set 2.